Well, what happened here? We got a little bit of we got to play the intro. All right, guys. Wow. Today again, we are killing it. Joseph, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, man. Beautiful day again.
Yeah, we're beating all major indices. So, what did you miss if you weren't a VIP? Let's go over what's transpired since this morning. Actually, we're going to start with Microsoft. This was not on the morning show, but we did flag this right away when the catalyst came out. We told the community about how important this major catalyst on Microsoft. They are going to charge $30 a month for Microsoft Office, $30 per user per month for this ChatGPT AI add-on for Microsoft Word, Excel, etc. That's a big price tag. And it's a catalyst which dramatically is going to improve the fundamentals of Microsoft. And you can see Microsoft just took off. Well, I saw the news a little bit late, but it was around here at 357. So we actually got in call options. I think it was around 357, 358, right, Joseph?
Yeah, that was it. Definitely below 360 because I'm like, oh, maybe it'll hit 360 and we'll be in the money. So yeah, I think it was around 357, 358. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, guys, share this stream. All right. We're trying this. This is something new since last week. And certainly don't have enough people on here. I mean, we got many more people on Rumble than on YouTube. So Rumble's heating up. But post on social media, storytrading.com/YouTube or /Rumble. Help us get the word out because we're only going to keep doing this if we get enough people showing up to this show. But okay, so this fundamentally, and Microsoft off to new 52-week highs, new all-time highs. And this is something, again, at 358, I'm like, these gains are going to hold, right? This is one of the things that, I've had 20, 25 years of experience. The value that I bring personally is the ability to analyze a catalyst subjectively and assess what is the rest of the market going to think of this catalyst. How important is this catalyst to the fundamentalists? How important is it to the people who trade headlines? How important is it to sentiment? Is this catalyst enough to break a technical level and bring in the technical traders? This is my special thing I'm great at, and we identified it right at 358. Now look at this. Other thing that you may not realize, which I noted in our VIP community inside the app, which you can download at storytrading.com/app, is that this is also great news for NVIDIA. And when this happened, I'm like, NVIDIA is going to be testing and probably break out of 480 soon. All right. So what's soon? Is it today? Is it tomorrow? I think I may have put a time frame. I said within the next couple of days. So that might even happen today. Why is NVIDIA moving up on this? Well, think about this. If Microsoft can charge $30 per user per month for their AI features, that shows you the power, the value, the monetization power of AI. This is going to increase demand for AI chips from NVIDIA, and it's also going to increase their pricing power. This is really valuable. And by the way, even if it doesn't, even if that's just a hypothesis that's wrong, this is a sentiment that's going to be out there in the market. So other people, right? All I care about is what do other people think his stock is worth. So it doesn't even matter. Are they actually going to increase the prices of NVIDIA? They may or they may not, but it's reasonable, logical, average person. It's reasonable for us to predict that other people who are trading NVIDIA will think that, right? And that's why NVIDIA is getting a big boost here, and we're holding on. NVIDIA is one of our biggest positions. It's been a top pick on our morning show every morning for the last several days because it's nonstop catalyst after catalyst after catalyst. This morning, they're talking about making an investment in Lambda Research, I think it's called, Lambda Labs, to compete with AWS. There was also an analyst that came out with a $620 price target, $625 Melius Research. We gave this to you early in the morning, and now we have Microsoft. So that was one of our top picks this morning, doing well, up 2%. And Microsoft now has basically become a top pick because of the late news. Look at Palantir. Palantir is going up for the same exact reason NVIDIA is. Well, more like Microsoft, right? If Microsoft can charge this much, how much can Palantir charge their enterprise customers, right? It shows the value of these AI software. And my app is just about crashing, it looks like. Okay, no, it's still good, I think. All right, no, my app has crashed. So I got to get back in here. It's my $17 account, which you might see for just a second there. All right. So that's Microsoft, NVIDIA, Palantir. AI is on. AI is hot. And I'm going to propose the possibility that Google might be a sleeper here. Palantir is coming up. NVIDIA is coming up. Google has their competing product to Microsoft Office. It's Google for Work. Some of you may be familiar with it. They're definitely inferior products. Certainly, Microsoft has an edge here in terms of, I think Google is more used for maybe smaller businesses and individuals, whereas Microsoft Office is used for serious companies who have bigger budgets. So I can understand why this would get less of a move than, let's say, Palantir, which sells to enterprise, and NVIDIA, which is selling the chips. But a little bit surprised Google hasn't moved. This could be a sleeper. What's that?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you, now you're looking at Google, do you think it's something to do with like competition style? Why people think, oh, Microsoft,
you're coming in and out.
Meaning you think that maybe people could be thinking Microsoft is stronger because of this, and I'm going to move my money from Google, which is like they're kind of in the same space. You know what I mean?
So right. Yeah, that may be part of it. I'd mentioned that earlier, that it could be a rotation, big fund managers that they have to find access to money, and they might have an allocation of both Google and Microsoft. They want to increase their allocation of Microsoft. It might have to come from Google. That's part of it. But definitely, the end user of Google isn't going to have like the $30 per month as much as like the end user of a Microsoft would. So, Microsoft, NVIDIA, Palantir, the more obvious plays moving up on this. And Google, just an idea, a secondary idea, it could have a pop on this as a sympathy move. So, by the way, I mean, price targets, like, I don't know. All I knew is like, this is going to hold this game. That right there, I knew that this was still an entry because of the strength of that catalyst. We're an all-time high category. So it's hard for me. This is where like we need to collaborate with like a Rex who does Fibonacci analysis to figure out where the target is. It's really hard with previous candles once you're an all-time high category. Is how important is this news? We're in day one. It's the middle of day one. All right. There's going to be individuals, fund managers who still have to go do their homework tonight, who are going to sleep on it, who are going to come and say, hey, that was a real big catalyst that hit yesterday, impacting the fundamentals in a big, major way. Probably billions upon billions upon billions of dollars of revenue is going to come from this. So I anticipate further strength in Microsoft tomorrow. or at least I anticipate the other people will anticipate that, right? So to me, that means the stock can continue to be strong throughout the rest of the afternoon. Maybe we'll sell some late this afternoon. We'll see. We'll see where we're at. All right. Good stuff. Now, going to this morning's list before we had the Microsoft news, well, Palantir was in there. So Palantir, we saw that pre-market action. We saw the breakout was in there because we broke resistance yesterday. So we gave you a 19's swing target on Palantir. I mean, this has been on our list many times, but this morning acutely gave you a 19's target. So that's on its way up, doing pretty well. So that's one of our top 5 this morning, doing well. Another one of our top 5, actually, it was our top one, Teladoc. So Teladoc, in pre-market, we gave this to you at $26. It surged during our show. After we gave it to you at 26, it surged to like 27.40. And then we had a little bit of a talk to try to help you through this because we have a big gap open on this news. This is also Microsoft AI news, by the way. So Teladoc, actually, let's review that. So Teladoc has news with Microsoft AI related. The stock was gapping over the 200 DMA. Teladoc has been bottomed out for a long time, really hasn't participated in the big rally that we've had in the last several months. So this news to me looked like a catalyst that was good enough so that Teladoc can now join the party. And that was a thesis why we got in this morning at 26, surged to 27.5. And we told you this is hard to play because of the big gap. So what we had suggested is to sell the open and wait for a gap fill. So that was the play. Not that we executed perfectly on that. No, we didn't actually, but we did kind of predict it. So we gave it to you at 26, told you to sell the open there at 27.41, wait for a gap fill. It didn't do a complete gap fill. There were 2 levels we gave you for gap fill. It was the high from Friday, which was about 25. What is that high from Friday? The high from Friday was 25.93. So we gave you that 25.93 and then a complete gap fill, which would have been closer to 25.12. Those were the levels we gave you. It ended up bottoming out at 25.32, right in between those. So early morning, if you got to call 26, it was good for you. And if you followed our guidance or suggestions how to play intraday, it also turned out well. So we'll have to see. I think I'm willing to stick with a nice position in Teladoc. But really, I would like to see it break over the 200 DMA. So we got to see if it breaks over the 200.
I mean, I have to say also, Ben, just regarding TDOC, I mean, RK is RK down? RK is pretty flat, so that could be also weighing down TDOC in some way. I'm not sure, maybe. And then also, I think I really like it for like your commentary this morning on the show regarding TDOC was nice, and I think it looks
like a
good.
swing, right? Like an inflection point, right? But
Exactly.
it looks better if you're over the 200 DMA, and especially the 50-week moving average, which is also around here. In fact, let's switch to the weeklies candles for a second. It's right there. It tagged at a high of day today. It looks like 27.41. It's not quite there. This could be the news that sends it there, but maybe it needs a couple days more work for the stock to get over 27.41, close this Friday over 27.41, and then it can end up being a multi-week or multi-month swing. So it's just on the cusp. You know, we're watching this, but it's not yet a clear breakout.
Okay.
All right. Other top 5 stocks we gave you this morning: Plug and Overstock, and they're both killing it. Overstock is doing better. I really think this broke out yesterday, Overstock. So this is on its way to 35 to 43. Plug over here, Plug, let's see. We said needs more work, needs to break above this 200 DMA, either through just technical breakout or news. So not quite there yet, but they're both performing well today. And then CLBR, we gave it to you at $10.40 last night.
Yeah.
We reiterated it this morning at $10.70. This is the SPAC. It's going de-SPAC tomorrow. No, it's voted. The vote is tomorrow. It's going to de-SPAC on Thursday. The ticker symbol is going to be PSQ, I believe, or PSQH. So this one, 20%, 25% at the peak of the day. We made some trading profits, but we're still holding for tomorrow. And if you were with us early this morning, you got the whole thesis on Tucker Carlson and all the personalities on the conservative side that are supporting this platform. Donald Trump Jr. I mean, oh yeah, Donald Trump Jr. is like pumping the hell out of this stuff. So, Joseph, were you saying something?
Yeah, just mentioning. Yeah, I was laughing at Donald Trump Jr. That's really nice to see. Adds to the
Yeah, he's been
sentiment
pumping.
of the anti woke and the people that want the Trump supporters and all that. And then I
This is
wanted
a
to say
competitor
that
to, yeah, sorry.
no, just that it's good that we had a thesis to hold on to some shares through the decision tomorrow and through the
Coming
all that.
in and
But at
out
the
with your
same time,
audio.
yeah, I don't know if it's got to do with this pour outside. I don't know. Maybe it's messing up. Whatever. I'll leave you talk. Go ahead.
All right. So, in any case, CLBR, we got two more catalysts. The vote tomorrow and the ticker symbol change Thursday. They're ringing the opening bell on one of the exchanges Thursday morning. Donald Trump Jr. is going to be pumping this stock. So, we're going to keep a nice position in this. I think it's going to be very volatile. So, a great trading stock at the least. All right. Some other ones we gave you. Mix, that was a high risk high. We gave that to you. We said very small size, very risky. In pre market, we gave it to you 2. The initial trade worked for us from 2 to 230. Subsequently, we're stopped out, and that's fine. All right. It's very small position. We're beating the markets today, despite that one not working out perfectly. So you got to know what to put size in, what's riskier, what's not. So mix was something with that Walmart news, but it's a penny stock, definitely much riskier. Other things that we gave you this morning, top penny stock picks. One of them was SENS. SENS up 11.5%. And this one breaking over the 200 DMA. This one has really strong fundamentals, by the way. We actually picked up leap options on this one today. So SENS is definitely something you want to look at. They are trying to compete with Dexcom. That's SENS. We've been telling you about this for some days now. Netflix has earnings tomorrow. Tesla has earnings tomorrow. I think we're going to be reducing on both of these into earnings. We try not to have big exposure on earnings. Where's my RRGB has not taken off yet. We're still holding our swing position in RRGB.
Yeah.
And what else? What else is there to know? Guys, if you have any questions, you can go ahead, put it in the chat. We got a growing audience here on Rumble, a smaller audience on YouTube, but we're happy to answer any questions you have. Joseph, you got anything else on your radar?
Trying to look. You spoke about everything here. We're still in LLAP. I don't know if there's anything to mention there. We've actually spoken about maybe taking the size down slightly. But I don't know. We saw a big rotation today into, at least the beginning of the day, into penny stocks. Those are doing very well. Even XXII, which
Yeah, microcaps and penny stocks have been doing really well today, and that's kind of reflected in the Russell 2000. IWM was actually the leading index this morning. You can see that sharp move it had with this risk on move. And this morning we saw a rotation out of some of the larger caps and into the smaller caps until the Microsoft news. And then actually, so what happened? Let's see how QQQ is comparing to IWM with that Microsoft news. Let's check it out. I have it under banks and macro. So, wow, interestingly, IWM is still leading the way despite the huge move in Microsoft and Nvidia. So, we're still seeing this rotation into risk, into IWM. So, that actually does help out our portfolio since we do have a decent amount of smaller caps and growth stocks on our list. So, things are still just looking great, man. I am not going to reduce my bullishness until there's some sort of either a macro event, a geopolitical event, or we go below key moving averages and we're still over the 20 DMA and the QQQ. We cover that early in the morning as well. That's the first thing we cover are the key moving averages and the health of the major indices. Everything's looking good here. Let's see if we missed anything on our list. Carvana been doing great, but you know what? Like we have so much other stuff working. We're not in Carvana. I don't really regret not being in that one. Everything else is working for us. We're in things with higher conviction, with better fundamentals. XXII we gave you this morning as a penny stock that could outperform, and we gave you the news this morning on why that could be happening. Look at that. It's starting to look healthier.
Yeah.
Now we're starting to finally see a trend over 5 days. You see that? Is that a higher low? Now we're finally starting to see a trend in XXII. It's really not yet investable for the long term because of their financing issues. But as a trade, we're in this with a potential for a move to the 20 DMA all the way at $4. So XXII really fast growth right now in terms of their distribution of their product. Wow. what a storm outside. In terms of the distribution of their product, right now, their VLN, very low nicotine cigarettes, which they have a monopoly on, is now in 7-Eleven across many states in the nation. It's available in like 3,500 stores right now. They So XXII getting a bid. So
Ben, let me
very
just
happy.
ask you
Good.
about XXII. If people who are in it already, do you see anything before the 20 DMA at 419 or not
Well, we
really?
really have to zoom in because, okay, let's see. This stock just gotten hammered. All right, let
Yeah,
me
'cause-
actually remove the volume bars because it's actually getting in the way. Where's my volume bars? Inline volume. Okay. So now, wow, this is insane. So let's just look at the
it's
high of
not,
the day. This 260 today's the high of the day.
yeah,
258, 247, 253, 253, 260. What were we at today? 260. All right. So now we're matching the high of the. So the next candle high of the day would be 272. So you break
I see.
260, then you go to 272. But honestly, I don't think these are big resistance levels.
Yeah,
294, I think, what did I say? $4?
yeah.
Um, that
I
20
mean,
DMA, which is
20
declining, I think
DMA to
is
the
in play.
penny is 419, but yeah, I guess
That's
$4
yeah,
is,
and that's declining fast though. So that's gonna be
yeah.
going down nickels to dimes every day. So depending on how quickly this breaks out, I think the 20 DMA is the target right now on XXII.
Okay, nice. Very nice.
Cool. Wow, what a storm, man! I just want to end the stream and go look out the window like a cat right now. That's pretty. That's pretty. Hold on. Let's take a look at this. All right. For you weather enthusiasts out there. Wow. Let's take a look at what we're going on here. Wow. That's a nice line of thunderstorms coming through our area right now. Wow. There we go. See, we're right in the red, but it's gonna be past us. Wow. Those raindrops are huge. Fun to see. Very fun to see. Okay. All right. Now we get back to work. All right. Um, we got Microsoft, Nvidia, Palantir. Let's see if Google can do a sympathy move. Plug needs a little bit more to break out. Really not there yet. I believe Overstock already has broken out. 35 to
Yeah,
43 target. Teladoc trying, but hasn't really made it yet. And CLBR to a couple more days of crazy action. That's going to be very volatile. Trade it. Trade it. Don't invest in CLBR. Okay. It's not investable here at 1194. This is a trade. Trade that volatility the next couple days. It's going to be fun. All right. XXII, we're riding this move. Not yet investable. Trying to ride it to the 20 DMA of $4. What a rainstorm. And then let's see. SENS is possibly investable. Really like SENS and what they're doing with Dexcom. So take a look at that. And man, that's about it. And all I can say is I am really just thrilled with the process and the fact that we're beating all major indices plus RK now, a second
yeah.
day in a row this week. It's a really good week. Oh, Apron's been a bummer, and that's why we have small size. Look at that.
Oh my
Apron
gosh,
going
yeah,
down. We're in it. We're in this in small size. You got to know the risk level in each of these stocks you're in and allocate properly. So
yeah.
Apron is in our lowest tier of quality stock, so it gets the lowest tier of allocations.
Ben, let me just ask you because there's a lot of people that are invested in Drio, and I don't think it's one we've spoken about in a while. It's having a nice day, but do you think that Drio can do something even without news in a market like this? Is it one of those IWM style stocks that could have some money
Yeah,
moving?
I mean, this should go up with IWM, ARC, and TDOC, by the way. There might even be some algos
True.
linking this to TDOC, so that might have something to do with the move today. But look, this could, trade in a range here, and nothing changes fundamentally, right? If
Yeah,
this can just move to 437 just on noise and market tailwinds and things like that, and it doesn't really mean anything. Um,
yeah.
so I don't think you're going to break out above this 200 DMA unless you get a catalyst. So like 439, 440 is kind of your resistance level, I believe,
Okay.
until a catalyst comes through.
Okay, sounds good. Nice.
Yep. All right. Nice audience on Rumble. It's growing every day. So appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys back at Rumble tomorrow. If you want to join us for the early morning show from 9 a.m., almost right up till market open. I mean, those shows sometimes they take you right up till 9:30 a.m. So if you want to join us for those VIP shows, you can do that by going to storytrading.com/app, downloading our app. You can get a 1-week free trial, and then we'll see you there tomorrow morning. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow here at 1 p.m. daily, every day. Spread the word. StoryTrading.com/YouTube, YouTube.com/StoryTrading, StoryTrading.com/Rumble, and Rumble.com/StoryTrading. Any way you do it, you find us every day at 1 p.m. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Joseph. Take care. And just going to leave you with a little bit of information about what story trading is.
It's not easy to understand why stocks go up and down, but even in volatile markets, there's always a discoverable and logical reason behind price action. Story trading is a social investing community of investors who share information to uncover the hidden stories behind the trade through the 4 pillars of fundamentals, catalyst, sentiment, and technicals. All price action can be understood through the lens of these pillars, allowing for a holistic view that empowers better decision-making. Only by understanding markets can you beat them. Join our community today and start making sense of markets.